All right. Looks like we are live. What's good, everyone? OJ here. Welcome back to the Spawncast pre-show. Today we got a great show for you guys. Like always, leading into the Spawncast tonight, which, you know what, to be honest, I don't know what we're going to talk about on the Spawncast tonight. I actually haven't checked. I'm pretty sure John has sent us messages. Yeah, I got some messages here. So yeah. So yeah. Let's see here. Let me see. Yeah, Borderlands. Yeah, we're gonna talk about some Borderlands marketing marathon. EA Take-Two. Generative AI. I mean, there's a bunch of stuff. So yeah. Absolutely. Absolutely. Anyway, shout outs to everybody. Welcome to the stream. I hope all of you guys are doing good. We've got some great stuff planned for you guys. I'm actually really excited for the upcoming week because it's like the week before the Nintendo Direct week. So I've got like all sorts of cool content and stuff planned. So it should be great. We've got multiple donos coming in. One from Caitlin and Justin.
Remember Thursday when everyone was talking about their biggest chokes in gaming? I mentioned Cuphead.
Yeah.
Well, I searched my Switch and found the clip. Lol, I sent it on Discord. You can show it if you want or watch it later to have a laugh.
Oh yeah, we're definitely gonna. Yes, Justin, we're definitely going to do that. We're definitely. I mean, you've had better moments, like for example, eating Coca-Cola flavored Oreos. Like that's definitely been a better moment for you than your Cuphead clip. So so no choking during that video. But no, I appreciate you. Thank you for the $3 dono. Big love. And great video, by the way. I love the short too, by the way. Shout outs to Black Tar, because that's the greatest song ever. No, it's one of the greatest songs. Yoshi with the $5 and says, Black Tar from Xenoblade Chronicles X plays. Sup, OJ and chat. What's up, man? Welcome. Big love. Let's get some Black Tar going. Thank you so much for the $5 dono. And thank you to Justin with the $3 coming in as well. Appreciate that, guys. Lego. Shout outs. Hey, what's up, Solomon? Welcome. What's up, Triple X or 777? General Zamora is here. Dior is here. Clabby is here. What is good? David V is here. Nin128 is here. Shinru is here. Johnny. Glenmore Legister. Big Perm. Big Pen Gaming was what's up, Big Perm Gaming. Bluncy is here. Slump. Monado. Rajiv. Nin, David, what's up, man? I'm having a good day. I just got done with the workout and it was definitely warm and sunny, 80 something degrees. So it was definitely got a good sweat in, and now I'm ready for the stream, man. I am ready to rock and roll. Let's go. Let's see here. 777, what's good? Jamar, what up, Jamar? Chris the Shiner Dog, Chrono Trigger Chrono Trigger PS8 remake. PS8. Now we're not even waiting for the PS6. Get the PS8. We need more of that. Is it Roderick's? Roderick's Retro Gaming. Hey, what's up, man? 777 says less than 2 weeks. Let's go. Yeah, man. It's gonna be fun. I'm actually really looking forward to it. Really excited. Looking forward to you guys talking about all sorts of stuff. So yeah, miss what we're gonna do, but the plan for midnight launch stream for Switch 2, OJ. Gonna stream it, miss while grabbing the console. Yeah, I've got some plans, but I can't talk about them right now. Yeah, I'm gonna probably be in San Francisco for the launch, visiting my brother. I'm gonna be in San Francisco visiting my brother. I know I'm gonna be leaving to go visit him sometime, so yeah, I'm gonna go visit him. So I'll be there. But yeah, once we nail down everything, guys, and once I can get some other stuff handled, I'll definitely let you guys know about my launch plans and streaming and all that. So yeah. Let's see. Just another art says, yo, OJ had some day drinking with my boys at his crib, going back tomorrow for a barbecue and a drink a bit. He's visiting on my bike right now to actually tune in. Hey, shout outs. Let's go. Be careful. Just another artist. Appreciate you. Let's go. Good to see you here, man. Welcome. I kid. No, it's all good, man. It's all good. PS8, it's coming. I mean, we know it's coming one of these days. I mean, maybe 40 years from now. I'll probably sooner than that. But yeah. Which I'm expecting my first child in 3 weeks. Hey, let's go, John Scott. Any advice to how to game while being a new dad? You don't. No, you actually don't. When you're a new dad, I mean, listen, man, you got to go to work, right? You go to work, you come back, you got to give mom a break, or you got to give whoever's taking care of the child a break. So you really don't game as a new dad. I mean, you might be able to sneak an hour or two in at the end of the night, like when the baby's sleeping, but be ready because you're going to be waking your ass up all throughout, excuse my French, you're going to be waking up all throughout the night. you're going to be, the baby's going to be crying at various times at night. So essentially, you don't game when you have a new child. You take care of your child. Now, like I said, maybe you can get an hour in. Maybe if the baby's calm, the baby's got the little playpen or mom's there, maybe you get an hour in here or there. But yeah, obviously invest in the Switch 2 or invest in a Switch if you don't have one, or invest in a PC handheld. And maybe while mom is making dinner or whatever, you can get a little bit of time in here and there. But the reality is you don't, unless that's the reality, is that you probably shouldn't be playing too much because you got to work and, you gotta sleep, and you gotta wake up when baby wakes up. So yeah. I'll be honest, man. I didn't get much gaming in when I had my son. I didn't get much gaming in. Outside of work, I would just work. If I streamed during my work, then that was that. But that was it. When I had my daughter, 13 years ago, I didn't get much gaming in either. That one was tougher because I was younger and I didn't understand. But this time with my son, I was able to sneak more time in, but that's because I had a little bit of experience. But yeah, you really don't. Sorry to be the bearer of good and bad news. But it's all good, man. Let's see here. I got a baby, that's true. Yeah, pretty much, Victor. Justin with the 3. Another 3 from Justin coming in.
I tried Borderlands because I remember I bought it for super cheap on Switch. It wasn't clicking. I heard 2 was better. I gave it a go and it was better, but I don't think it's for me.
Yeah, it's probably not for you. If Borderlands 2 doesn't click for you, then it's not for you, because that's probably the best game or one of the best games in the series. Like, I would probably say Borderlands 2 might be the most, like, oh my gosh, Borderlands 2. Borderlands 3 might be the most refined out of all them. Borderlands 1 is the most rough around the edges. But then you got the pre-sequel, which is, it's okay, but it's kind of meh. So Borderlands 2 is generally looked at as the best one for many people. So if that one didn't click with you, Borderlands just probably isn't for you. For me, it was Borderlands 3. That one didn't really click for me at all. And I'm like, I'm good on this. In terms of like buying the franchise day one, I'm good on that. Will I pick up Borderlands down the line? Yeah, I always buy the Borderlands games. I always try them out. But if Borderlands 2 didn't click for you, then it's probably not for you, which is okay. Shout outs to Justin. Thank you for the another $3. You're now the Hokage of the stream with the 6. But Yoshi is still the top of the hill with the $5. Day 2 of my grandma's funeral, on the way to see her one last time. Hope y'all have a great day. Cheers for the Spawncast. Hey, shout out to Monado Mario once again, man. Rest in peace to your grandma. We all out here praying for you, brother. And yeah, man, take it easy. Thank you for, you didn't have to show up, man. Go see your grandma off and all that. But I appreciate you, fam, for real. I appreciate you, like, for real, Monado Mario. You the homie. Let's see here. We also got my man, Yoshi. Shout outs to Monado Mario, man. Simon says, do you know if I can play Mario Kart on the new Switch and play with friends who use the old Switch? No. The new Mario Kart game, Simon, is a Switch 2 exclusive. So if you're talking about Mario Kart World, no. Now, if you're talking about Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, or if you're talking about the NSO Mario Kart games, yes, you can play against them you can play online against them in that way. But if you're talking about Switch 2 Mario Kart World, no. If they're on Switch 1, they can't play with you. Because they got to have the game. They got to be able to have the game to play. So yeah. Shout outs though. Let's see here. People going to steal from the SF store. People going to steal. Well, it's already been open for 12 days plus. So yeah, I don't know if there's been any thefts already or anything like that. But yeah, they'll figure it out. There's other stores in San Francisco. Do you agree with the argument that you don't mind physical games because they can break? I think it's intriguing, thought-provoking argument. I don't know what you're talking about, Felipe. Yak Diesel, what's good? Yo, great Boomy, what's up, man? Welcome. 13 days, yes, sir. Vlogging at the Nintendo store while you're in SF. Like I said, I don't got anything to announce now, but once we get closer to the actual release date and all that, or to the whatever, like, then I'll let you guys know what I'm doing. Anthony Smith, what's up, Anthony? Welcome. I remember the days when my boys were young and I could barely game. Now I play Marvel Rivals with both of them. Awesome time, yeah. I'm waiting for my boy to grow up. My boy's gonna be 2 this year, so he's getting there. So next year he'll be. I think by the time that he turns 3 or 4, I think I can probably start getting him on stuff, because I know that's when my daughter started playing Super Mario 3D World when she was about 3. Because yeah, Super Mario 3D World came out in what? No, she was not. Well, I started playing with it in 2015. She was yeah 2012. So yeah, about 3 years old for her. So I'm trying to shoot for 3 or so with my boy. So I got one more. I got about 1 more year before my boy can really maybe get into those games. So I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to it. Let's see here. Let's see here. Shout outs though. Welcome. What's up, Sis? Welcome to the stream, brother. How you doing today? What's up, Gibby? Welcome to the stream. Shout outs, guys. Shout outs. I'm excited for the Switch 2, but I'll be getting it next year. I have some tabletop gaming stuff to get this year. So maybe I'll get it when the next major Zelda comes out. Oh yeah, I mean, not everyone's gonna buy the Switch 2 right away. Like, and we don't. Nintendo doesn't even want that. Like, if everybody who was gonna buy a Switch 2 right away bought the Switch 2 right away, a lot of people wouldn't be able to get the Switch 2 right away. Does that make any sense? So even companies don't want the system to, like, everybody that wants one to buy it, or everyone that's going to get one to buy it right away, because then you'll have crazy stock shortages. You know, you don't want that. What you want is you want a consistent flow of people buying the system every single month, a large and consistent flow. You don't need everybody, you just need enough. So that's kind of how, like, the flow is supposed to be, you know? So yeah, that's fine too. Or people that aren't going to get it at all, that's also fine too. You know, people can get buy whatever they want to buy or not, you know? Let's see here. I like your reply to Mr. P.O. There's so many games he doesn't play and act like he don't exist. I think he's actually played all of the games on that list, Nick93. I think he's actually played every game on that list. I've seen it in his stack of games. And he's single, no kids, no girlfriend, not married. So all he does is go to work, come back and play video games and be on Twitter. So he's definitely played all those games. I think it's the vibe check. And I'm just messing with Mr. I mean, it's partly true. What he said was partly true and wasn't. I'm just doing it just to mess around, just for engagement on Twitter. Not for engagement on his end. Obviously, I don't get nothing from it, but engagement on his end. Just because he commented, so I decided to just throw a comment in there real quick. But yeah, I mean, like, I know what he means though. I knew what he meant with the single player focus. The fact that Sony didn't make a bunch of live service games in the PS4 era. So that's what he meant. He meant that. But I was just saying, look, if you're someone who only really loves PlayStation and all you play is PlayStation games, I mean, there's definitely been good single player games that, you know, out there. But obviously the super big focus, I think what he's talking about was the fact that they flop with so many live service games, cancellations. Imagine, look at the list that we got out there, that I put out there, right, Nick? Imagine that with actual more first party, like Sly Cooper and like Jak and Daxter and like a bunch of other Sony first party IP. Imagine, like, let's just say Killzone. Let's just throw all that in there, right? Just imagine how goated the PS5 would have been this generation if they did it. So I think that's what he was talking about. But I just mentioned that though. But I mean, I see the gist of what he's saying. Yeah, I did counter with a decent amount because, I mean, honestly speaking, I like this generation. I mean, I agree that this generation has been a bit of a stopgap because Sony's had to get stuff like Death Stranding and Stellar Blade and Rise of the Ronin and Lost Soul aside. They've had to try to put like these games to make up for the fact that they dropped the ball with that. So I agree that they dropped the ball with that, but at the same time, I'm looking at how much I play my PS5, and you gotta, you know, and I play a lot of single player games on there. And yeah, a lot of third party. I don't play the first party as much, but I'll be honest, I think I'm more into the third-party games that released in the PS5 era than I am in the PS4 era. So, you know, I'm just, like I said, I just throw a nice little, nothing malicious, of course, you know. Let's see, yeah, exactly. They could have had Resistance, they could have had Killzone, they could have had SOCOM. I mean, even if you would have thrown in like 2 or 3 more games, instead of all those live servers, just throwing 2 or 3 more regular games from like the PS2 or the PS3 era, like rebirths, right? So that would have been great. I think Sony, it would have been even crazier. But yeah, there has been a good amount of first party games. The problem is that there's been like large gaps too, so it's been a bit uneven, but the games are there. It's just, like I said, Sony's flop with live service makes you look what you could have had, right? It's like, to me, it's like this, right? You guys play basketball, right? Nick, you play basketball. You know about that. Let's say you jack up 50 shots in a game and you make 23 of them. I mean, yeah, that's not bad. You scored 40-something, 50 points, but you jacked up 50 points in the process, right? Or you jacked up 50 shots in the process. So if you were just a bit more efficient and didn't take as many bad shots, right? So let's say you took a bunch of bad shots, of bad threes. Yeah, you did good. You still scored. You did good, but at the end of the day, like, you still messed up, right? You still had some areas where you could have taken better shots, or you could have planned a bit better, So I think that's really what it comes down to. It's like, it's not terrible, but at the end of the day, like, it was, obviously there could have been some stuff that could have made it even better, right? So let's see here. It's funny you say that. I think Kobe shot 24 of 50 his last game. Shout outs to Kobe, though. Kobe's the GOAT. Or he's one of the GOATs. He's one of the GOATs. Jordan's the GOAT, but Kobe's the GOAT after that. Let's see here. But, I mean, Kobe was old, man. He was old. His shoulder was all jacked up. Like, that's actually pretty good considering the circumstances, So yeah. I would have loved to see it, another Infamous. Yeah, another Infamous. I mean, although, like, that's Infamous, that's Sucker Punch, right? So Sucker Punch, they got their Ghost of Tsushima thing that they're working on, right? So Baldur's Gate 3 on Switch 2 would be great. Divinity Sin 2 played great on Switch 1, so why not? Yeah, I think Baldur's Gate 3 is going to come, because I don't know how well the sales are going from this point on. So I think that Baldur's Gate 3 is actually going to be on the Nintendo Switch 2. I think they're actually going to optimize it and put it on there. Yeah, I can see that happening for sure. I can see that happening. I can see them doing that. I think it'd be pretty cool too, though, right? I think that'd be kind of dope. I think it'd be kind of cool to see Baldur's Gate balding it up on the Switch. That'd be a good thing, right? That'd be a good thing. Let's see, dropping 60 in the last game was goated. Yeah, that was great. That was great. Kobe, I didn't appreciate Kobe enough while he was playing. That was my problem, That was my issue. My issue was I should have appreciated Kobe more. Like, although I watched all his games and all that, like, it's not like I didn't watch his games and was not in amazement, but I took him for granted. And I know, like, when he died, I was really upset with myself that I took his awesomeness and his greatness for granted while he played. I only really appreciated him his last couple years, but I should have appreciated him when I watched him do a three-peat. I shouldn't have been hating like I was hating, back then. So when I watched him do a three-peat, I should have been more appreciative of that. I should have been more appreciative of his earlier, instead of making fun of him when he airballed, and like in the playoff games against the Jazz and stuff. Like, I should have been more appreciative of his career. And like I said, I didn't really realize that till his career was over, that I was being disrespectful. So that's one thing I do regret. But I mean, I'm glad at least I saw it by the end of his career. I saw it. Some people go through a whole career, you don't really see it. So, you took Allen Iverson. I didn't take Allen Iverson for granted. I loved Allen Iverson. I wore his jersey and I wore shirts and I wore his Reeboks. I had Iverson's. Oh, I didn't take him for granted. I enjoyed Iverson's career. I enjoyed every second of Iverson's career because he was my favorite player after Jordan retired. Iverson was my favorite player after that. So, yeah. I didn't take Iverson's career for granted. I watched Iverson a lot. I like it. Because I felt like I play like Allen Iverson. I tried to play like him when I played, Clabby with the $5 dono. What's up, man?
Sup, OJ, let's get some jungle noise. Also check Twitter DMs.
All right, I got you, fam. I got you. Let's go. Shout outs. Thank you so much. Jungle Tunes. Uh-oh, the 8s. Oh, no. Done. No, it's going to crash my stream. Oh, the 8s are attacking us. Too many 8s. Ah! No. All right, I think I got it under control. The 8s. Oh, there we go. Okay. We got it under control. We got the 8s under control. The Super 888 combo breaker, the 18. Y'all know about that? All right, let's go. Jungle Noise, let's go. Let's see here. Donkey Kong. Donkey Kong Country stage. Oh no, how about we do Donkey Kong Country King K. Rool theme? King K. Rool theme. Yeah. Donkey Kong Country King K. Rool theme is awesome. I love this theme. Gangplank Galleon. Yeah. Lulu. What's up, Lulu? You did those crazy 8 crossovers? Yeah. We did, because back then they didn't call that like carrying. I mean, I don't think they call that carrying now. But yeah, I did like the big crossovers. But to be honest, I never really played like Allen Iverson, and I was never anywhere even near as good as him. I think people said that I played mostly like, people would say I play like Ben Wallace. That's what people would say. I'm like, no, they'd be like, yeah, you kind of play like Ben Wallace. I was really aggressive on the rebounding. Offensive and defensive rebounding, really aggressive on the rebounding. Not the best shooter. Undersized for my position. I played small forward. I was never over 5'10" in my life, at least without shoes on. So I played small forward at like 5'8", 5'9". So yeah. So I always played small forward. That's always my position, was small forward. Like my whole time playing basketball was always small forward. So yeah. But anyway, I kind of played more like Ben Wallace. Ben Wallace or like Zach Randolph. Yeah, like Zach Randolph, something like that. They always say like, oh, you play like Zach Randolph. I had more offensive talent than Zach Randolph though. Or sorry, than Ben Wallace was bad offensively. I had low post moves. I can do the Hakeem Olajuwon, like the ball fakes. I had footwork. I can do all that. So I'd probably say more like Zach Randolph would probably be like the closest thing that I played like. Let's see here. Hey OJ, what's your starting 5 in basketball? Starting 5: Jordan, Kobe, Steph. Jordan, Kobe, Steph, LeBron, Shaq. Jordan, Kobe, Steph, LeBron, Shaq, maybe KD, maybe Steph or KD, switch one of the two, or Magic Johnson, one of those. So somebody did a freaking remix with that. I don't want to do a remix with that. So yeah. Let's see, Magic, MJ, LeBron, Duncan, Jabbar. Yeah, that's a good team, but my team would smoke your team though. That's a good team, but my team would smoke your team. So that's the Justin.
Ready for Switch 2. I'm going to go from not much to play to overflowing with game I want to try.
Yeah.
Lol.
Shout outs to Justin. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff. I was actually playing a lot of I played Clair Obscur Expedition 33 till like 3 a.m. this morning. Because I was doing like a glitch to get like a ton of color Lumina or whatever. So I got like 800 something of them in one fight. But it tanked my frame rate. Oh my god, it's such a funny glitch. It tanked my frame rate to the point on the PS5 Pro to where it was running like at probably like 20 frames per second. And it was my system was about to crash, so I was like, okay, I got to stop now before the system crashes. So I was able to do that. So now I got a ton of points. So now I can actually go fight the super bosses because I'm getting absolutely mauled right now on the hardest. I'm getting absolutely destroyed right now. So yeah, I might have Larry Bird in there too, like Steph, KD, Larry Bird. One of those three would be in there as well. Yeah, Zach Randolph was great offensively. He was a 2010. He was that's what I was. I was a double machine. I was always, 10 points, 15 points, 10 rebounds, 4 or 5 assists every game. Like I used to be hardcore into basketball. I never played at a super high level. Highest I ever played was JV. But like when I was younger, I was really into it. I won 2 state titles fifth and sixth grade. So I was hardcore into basketball, like fifth and sixth grade. I took it so seriously. And then seventh and eighth grade, I had too many behavioral problems. But eighth grade, I was pretty severe into basketball there. Like, but we were okay, but we weren't that great. Then freshman year, I got cut. So that was unfortunate. I was so angry. So I worked really hard. Then I played 2 years. Then I just realized that I don't want to play basketball anymore. And I just focused everything I had on football because I was better at football than I was at basketball. So American football. Let's see here. Deported Sicilian says OJ hit the ganja like Zach Randolph too. I actually don't. I actually really don't like smoking or anything like that. To be honest, I'll keep it a buck with you guys, man. I've never in my life done any type of hardcore drugs. I don't swear to God, but I mean, if I did, I would. You know what I'm saying? Like, but never done any hardcore drugs in my life, not a single time. And in terms of like smoking, once or twice, and I didn't like it. I started coughing. It wasn't good. So yeah, I haven't done. I don't really do anything like that. I don't really smoke at all. So yeah, man. But it's all good. No hating on people who do. It's just not for me. So thank you for the $2 though, man. I appreciate it. Yeah, I've never done an edible in my life. Never done an edible in my life. Listen, I'll be honest, guys, man. I don't mind the situation when it comes to I know we're all human and mortal, but I want to have a good life. I don't want my lungs. Like, I did kinesiology, so I know what smoking and I know what drinking and I know what all this stuff does to your lungs. If you guys had in-depth knowledge of what smoking, drinking, and doing drugs does to you, you'll probably stop doing it. Like, if you actually studied it, you know what I'm saying? Like, I studied all this, so that stuff messes you up. Humans, we're very, very, very soft. Let me just tell you that right now. We're nowhere near as tough as people think that we are. There's some things about humans that's very good and advanced, but there's a lot of things that's we die very easily, and we're very tissue, and we're very fleshy, and can malfunction quite easily, which is the problem, right? So that's the unfortunate problem with humans, with us. So that smoking, drinking, hardcore drugs, that stuff just messes you up, man. It's just not good. So yeah. Let's see. Can't wait to play Tears of the Kingdom in 4K. Most games on Switch 2, 4K 60. That is not true. Tears of the Kingdom is not in 4K. You might get like a upsampling to that or display in that, but it's not. It's at 1440p, at least for right now. So yeah, you're not going to be playing that in 4K. Although it's going to look like it. It's going to look incredible on your TV. Like, it literally, Zeltic talked about this. And, you know, Zeltic, he's no cap. Zeltic will tell you straight up. He's a straight up Zelda guy. He said that the trailer and the footage that he showed does not even do the game justice. He says when you see it on your TV, especially Tears of the Kingdom, he said it feels like almost like a new game. Like, he couldn't believe how much better the game looked just by that. But I mean, all you gotta do is look at the 4K, you know, Tears of the Kingdom or Breath of the Wild like PC footage, and you just see how incredible the game looks and moves at that 60 frames because of the world and everything. So yeah, so don't get me wrong, it's not at a native 4K, but it's gonna look like it is. It's gonna look good, you know. Especially if you're playing on portable, it's gonna be breathtaking. So yeah. Let's see. What about a nice cigar like Mike or Phil Jackson? I've never smoked a cigar in my life. I think I've had a cigarette one time, and it was disgusting. Like well, it wasn't disgusting, but like a menthol or something. And I'm like, nah, I'm good, you know. So a few times I'm like, nah, I'm good on that one. So yeah, I'm good. No cigars, no drugs, no cigars for me. I'm happy just being good old squeaky clean OJ. Corny, squeaky clean OJ. I might have a drink every now and then. I wouldn't even say now. How about just every then and maybe other than, you know, if I just, my wife and I will just have a drink, you know. But we told ourselves before my son was born, we were like, no drinking. I think we did no drinking for like a year prior to the boy being born, because we wanted a super soldier. So we had no drinking. So I took a year plus off. And even before that, you know, there's been times where the years go by, I don't buy nothing, I don't drink nothing, or one drink or something. So yeah. Yeah, I even stopped drinking wine, like at church, like the little wine for like I even stopped drinking that. I even stopped drinking that, man. So I just go take the bread. But yeah. Let's see. Tears of the Kingdom has been sitting in my library for ages. Glad I waited till Switch 2 to jump in. Yeah, feel you on that one. Shout outs, man. Appreciate it. Let's go. As a Corpies, I'll tell you the best experience is 2K resolution, the middle ground between the great graphics and performance, higher frames per second. Yeah, I can see that for sure. How much sales do you think will be boost for Breath of the Wild? Unfortunately, my kids lost Tears of the Kingdom, so I have to rebuy it. Part of that. I definitely think it's gonna sell millions on the Switch too. I think it's Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom will end up sell millions. So says that crack. No, it's like a superpower. It's like using Superstar from Mario. Yeah, I'll take your word for it. I know I've watched the Charlie Murphy situation, or like Rick James. So yeah, I'll let y'all take. I've watched enough documentaries and stuff, and I studied enough in school. So I mean, I know all about the effects and recovering addicts and stuff like that, and people that have talked about it. Yeah, somebody described it as like you get a superstar for Mario. He was like, I was talking to him because I was a health coach, and I had a sit down. It was like at a patient client sit down when I used to work for a pharmacy, and he was like, "Yeah, man, I'm telling you, brother, I hit that, bruh, man. It was like, you ever played Mario?" I was like, din, 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 din. Bro, I literally I was trying to hold back my laughter so hard because like I'm trying to be professional. It's my job. It's my career. And this dude's like, I'm like, bro, yeah, I bet. Yeah, man. So what are you doing to help? What are you doing to... He said he was running through the streets of Los Angeles like he was Black Mario in like the mid-90s. But he's clean now. He's clean, and at least at the time that I was seeing him, he was taking all of his medication and he's clean. But I mean, the dude was 50, but he looked like he was 78, 90. My man looked terrible. Will Mass Effect Web Edition come to Switch 2? I think it has a chance to come to Switch 2, Obi Phoenix. Yeah. What's up? Welcome back too, man. OJ be like, that one uncle you have always embellishing the craziest stories. Yeah, I've lived a pretty interesting life because I've been in many different places, I mean, California is just a very interesting place just off the top. It's very interesting here. There's a lot of different types of people that move here or that live here. So when you go to different places like Los Angeles, San Fran, Fresno, it's completely different. Like you can drive up north to where like Josie lives. You can go to like the great up north. That place is so weird compared to people that live in like, let's say LA. Or if you go to LA compared to like San Fran, right? California is super diverse. So you meet a lot of different types of people. I grew up back in like, it was like the Easy-E Compton, when I lived in Los Angeles. So that was right there. That was a whole situation in its own self, right? Like that was the whole when the feds were planting drugs on people and all that. Like that place was dangerous as hell. So I mean, I lived at that for a while, but then then we moved to Oregon, which that's not California, but like just like the West Coast in general, it's just crazy. I mean, I guess you can say the same thing about the East Coast too, but just California is just, you meet all sorts of people because a lot of people move from like, let's say Washington or from Oregon or from neighboring states, like they'll move to California and vice versa and stuff. So you got a lot of different types of people. And also work. A lot of people move from like Texas or Midwest to California for work. So you meet people from like those walks of life as well. Kamikaze with the $2 says, PC Gamer here. Excited for my future Switch 2. Yes, sir. Shout outs to Kamikaze. Thank you for the $2 dono, man. I appreciate that. Let's go. We're going to watch that what's it called? That clip from Justin as well. Remember Charlie Murphy from Dave Chappelle's show? His story makes me laugh. Oh yeah, that was the greatest skit that I've ever seen in my life. Was, if you haven't seen Rick James and Charlie Murphy, watch the Chappelle show. It's on YouTube for free. Watch the whole thing. Rick James and Charlie Murphy. Go watch it. It is Chappelle show, Rick James. Just type in Chappelle show, Rick James, Charlie Murphy, full episodes. It's literally the greatest comedy skit of all time. It is so good. The Prince one is good also. The Prince one was in that's part of the Charlie Murphy. That's the whole saga. It's not just Charlie Murphy and Rick James. It's the story. Part of that is the Prince where they play basketball and like, let's eat some pancakes. That's all combined. That's the craziest part about it. Yeah, the Prince story, it's in there with the Charlie Murphy and like the Rick James. What the five fingers say to the face? Oh my gosh. Darkness. Let's see here. Can't wait for PS6 The Last of Us remaster. Yes, sir. The Chappelle Show was on top of the world. Yeah, it was pretty good. It was pretty good. It was not even. It was really good. It was really good. The greatest compliment somebody's ever given me, or one of the greatest compliments that any of my peers have given me, which this was completely exaggerated, but I think that just goes to show you how sterile Nintendo YouTube can be and commentary can be. When I did my first Spawncast awards, John told me this is like Chappelle style quality skits, and I felt like, damn, I think I'm okay at YouTube. Like, the fact nobody's ever said that to me about anything that I've done. That was probably the best compliment anybody's ever given me, as far as my peers go, was that he's told me that it was like Chappelle style quality. Obviously not as good as Chappelle Show, but Chappelle style quality. And I was like, oh snap, I love the Chappelle Show, so that was pretty cool. Let's see here. Shout outs though. What's up, Scott W? Welcome. Harry stated about him playing basketball. Prince is a true story. Yeah, it's a true story. All that stuff is true. The whole Charlie Murphy, the couch, the basketball, the pancakes, all that stuff was true. The slap 5 fingers to all that stuff was true. I mean, it might have been played up a little bit, but it's true. All of it is. Let's see here. The Black Keely skits, the misclick impersonation was wild. Yeah, I don't know if that wasn't the one that I talked about though. It wasn't that. It was that, but it was the first one that I did.
My dad watched Chappelle Show all the time.
Oh yeah.
He loved it. Our favorite was the Wayne Brady episode.
Oh yeah, the Wayne Brady. Yo, shout outs to your pops, man. Justin, for real. Rest in peace. Shout outs to your pops. Glad that you were able to share that memory with them too. Yeah, man. Yeah, that was a really good one. That was a really good. The Wayne Brady one was really good. Shout outs to Wayne Brady. Combo breaks. Let me pull up that Discord so we can watch that clip from Justin. All right, hold up. Let's see here. Oh yeah, here's the epic choke. We were talking about greatest chokes of all time. This was one of the greatest chokes of all time right here. Justin with the choke. So he's doing all right. So everything's good here. Clapping this little B. Hit him with the Kamehameha wave or the Hadouken. Oh. As he was dying, he was dead. Let me see what you did wrong here. Okay. Yeah. You know, this one's bad, but it's not. Yeah, you choked. You blew it. You definitely you choked because all you had to do was just, but no, I can see what you did wrong here because you're thinking, okay, let me just hit this man with this, but this is a long jump. You don't got anything above you, or you try to hit the one above you. So since you try to hit the one above you, you clearly don't get it. You're obviously under stress. You see the bullet coming right here, so you're like, okay, let me just jump. You barely dodge that. So I know right now you're thinking, this can't hit me. So you jump. And then like, all you had to do, like, this is a choke. But it's not like a super choke because I can see the psychology. It's a choke. I can see the psychology behind it. Because this right here is a tricky situation. Because once you jumped right here, you were screwed. But you didn't want to jump forward because a bullet's coming right here. So right here, you're kind of just like, not quite in no man's land. But you're like, okay, what do I do? Because the bullet's coming. So you just jump. You instinctively jump. You're not going to go forward. You can't make the jump here. You can't make that jump. You're also not going to make this jump. So the only option was to jump over the bullet, okay? Jump over it, then jump here, then shoot him, and then you would have won. But if I'm you, I'm not thinking about that either because you're thinking it's right here, so just jump up straight, right? But you forget that right here, this guy's like, he's about to go down. This is a choke. This is a choke, but, you know, I can see the psychology behind it. You know what I'm saying? I can see the psychology behind it. You know, yeah. Yeah. Listen, it happens. It happens. Oh yeah, Cuphead's very difficult. Cuphead's a difficult game. It's not an easy game. We might have to do send me your biggest chokes and then I'll break down. We might have to make a new segment on YouTube. Send me your biggest chokes and I'll break down why you choked. I'll break down the psychology behind you choking. Shout out to the Porter Sicilian. Thank you for the $3 or thank you for the 14 months with the membership. Let's go. Appreciate that. Let's go. Let's see it.
The worst part is watching the boss die at the same time.
Yeah,
Lol.
yeah. That's the worst part about it. Definitely, that's the worst part about it. It's because like he's done. All you had to do was just finish it out, and you choked. You blew it. Let's see here. I'll be honest. I choke twice a week at least. What, in video games? Dude, in Claire Obscure Expedition 33, I've choked so many times to the point to where, bro, I feel like I'm Bart Simpson versus Homer. I was just I feel like I'm Bart Simpson at times, bro, just getting choked. I've choked so many times, missing parries and all sorts of stuff, man. Crazy. What did I think of Brock Purdy's extension? Fair. What's up, OJ? How you doing today, buddy? I like your video today. What's up, man? Welcome. Thank you for liking my video. Appreciate that. Appreciate it. Shout outs to everybody watching the stream. Make sure you guys hit that like button. If you have not hit that like button, hit that like button. Let them know that we are streaming. Let's go. Let's see here. I choked in Claire Obscure some. Sometimes your timing just gets sometimes your timing just gets thrown off. What's up, Wily Tiger? Welcome. Let's see. OJ, are you doing the Spawn Wave? Yeah, I mean, I'm doing the Spawn Wave podcast, or I wouldn't be doing the pre-show so close to it. If I'm not going to be on the Spawncast, but I'm doing the pre-show, it's usually way earlier because I got something to do during the night. So, yeah. Yes, in video games. Okay, yeah. I hope so. I hope. I'm choking in Fantasia Neo Dimension. Oh, well, this one side super boss is stopping me. Well, getting cooked and choking are two different things, though, guys, right? Like, you can be getting cooked and you're not choking. You're just getting cooked. Usually a choke is like what happened to Justin a little bit, right? You're pretty much done. You had it beat. All you had to do was do something and you messed up. You blew it. So, like, if you're just getting cooked, you're just getting cooked, So that's a little bit of a difference between that. That's like, let's say you're playing that boss, right, sis? And, like, you had the fight won. And then you made one bad mistake because you just, knees weak, arms, palms are sweaty, bobbing on the sweater already. You know what I'm saying? Like, you just, mom spaghetti, you just choke like that. That's what I'm talking about, Any Astral Chain 2 I missed? Yeah, watch my video. You gotta watch the videos because it was literally in the thumbnail yesterday. So you just gotta watch the vids. But we talked about that yesterday on the Astral Chain 2 update. So yeah, check out that vid. It's from a new rumor from Nash Weedle says that Nintendo's working on it or talking about it. So more details in the video there. But yeah, hit the notification bell. Check out that vid. It goes over that. Yesterday's vid was that. But yeah, it's a rumor and it's nothing too intense. Nothing too intense, but it's just a rumor right now. I got me thinking you were answering my question. So are you going to be on the Spawncast tonight? Yeah, yeah, I'm going to be on there. Might open for at least 3. Part of the court you practice shooting, most of the missing the shot. Wait, what are you talking about? Hey, what's up, Uncario? Welcome. Oh, okay, the ad. Okay, yeah, my bad, brother, my bad. Yeah, I'm gonna be on the Spawncast tonight. Yes, I'll be on there tonight. That's why I'm doing the pre-show, so close up to the lead up to the show. I will be on. I will be there. I will be square. I will be ready to go, ready to rock and roll. It's gonna be a great show. We're gonna be out here rolling. And it's going to be a lot of fun. The Knicks are choking against the Pacers. The Knicks choked the first game. They choked. The second game, they just lost. So, Justin with another $3 holla.
Did get my redemption on PC where I beat Cuphead and have the achievements to prove it.
Nice.
Lol.
Let's go. Yeah, everybody has their redemption. Their redemption arc. Like, I mean, like, unless you choked or rage quit. We've had some people that said that they choked or rage quit, So yeah. Okay, you got your pre-order for the Switch 2. You bought Cyberpunk 2077. All right, nice. Sounds good. Absolutely not. My view. Nope. Absolutely not. Nintendo Switch will make Nvidia show off their true DLSS potential. Upscale to 4K is the magic. I don't know if it's upscaling to 4K. But like I said, there's going to be like displaying, but it's not going to be real 4K or anything like that. But yeah, don't expect even DLSS 4K. Don't expect that for a lot of games. I mean, maybe indie games and stuff like that. Maybe some remasters and ports. But don't expect that on a regular. But expect things to look a lot better than what the Switch 1 launched with. And obviously, much, be able to handle a lot more of the modern games. Everyone wants is a new knack on Switch 2. The ultimate system seller. That is the ultimate system seller is knack. That's true. Let's see. OJ, pray for my wife, 24 years, just diagnosed with stage 4 cancer. Oh my gosh. I'm so sorry to hear that. It makes games feel like nothing when we have stuff like that going on. I'm sorry to hear about that, but I'm definitely praying for your wife, man. Hopefully they got the treatment, man. They got the treatment, man. Pull through. She got to see it through to the end. Tell her not to give up. You got to be there for her. You know what I'm saying? Tell her don't give up. She got to fight. Sorry to hear about that though, man. Cancer sucks. Let's see here. Old Maddendorf says they had a big lead in both games. Did they have a big lead? Oh, I didn't know they had a big lead in the second game. I forgot about that. I know the first game they just choked in the fourth quarter. So yeah. But here's the thing about it though. Like, if they had a big lead and they lost it, then the Pacers are the better team. Like, if you go 2 games in a row and you have a big lead, then you lose both times. It just means that you're not actually better. The team just has to adapt to you. So, yeah, like if you lose 2 big leads, you're not a better team. Because that's 2 in a row, So, they got to wait and see, though. You got to wait. You got to play it through. It's not over. It's not over till it's over. So, yeah. I actually paid the $80 for the physical Mario Kart. Oh my Lord, have mercy. Kevin with the dollar dono says, "What's up, OJ? The timer is ticking down for the launch of the Switch 2. So party, I can begin. Play any music from Legend of Zelda." Yes, sir. I got you, Kevin. Thank you for that, man. Appreciate the combo breaks. Let's go. Yes, sir. Ticking. The time is ticking. Legend of Zelda. Zelda music. Let's go. Thank you for the support, man. I appreciate you. Should we get some I got a playlist right here. Lost Woods. See if we really get to that June Direct. I hope we see something Monolith Soft for 2025 like we got with Xenoblade 2 in 2017. Yeah, I don't know if there's gonna be anything from Monolith Soft. Like, I think that's gonna be like the end of this year or early next year, like a Direct next year, and then it launches that year. Like, I think they'll probably wait till it's the year that they're announcing it. Although it could be different. But here's the thing that I've noticed with Monolith Soft. Monolith Soft games are usually announced with the Switch 1, or even with the Wii U, but with the Switch 1 in particular. Xenoblade Chronicles Definitive Edition, right? Fall, what was that? 2019, fall 2019 announcement. Xenoblade Chronicles X, fall 2024 announcement. They like to go fall for Monolith Soft games. So I'm gonna say fall for Monolith Soft. So maybe we see something at the fall Direct, the September Direct or so, and then they say, look, new Xeno or new Monolith Soft next year. So yeah, will Switch 2 get Flight Sim and Forza? Those are rumored, so yeah, probably. No, I tested upscale, looks blurry at 4K. Upscale performance makes distant version clear. Well, yeah, we'll see once the actual Switch 2 comes out. We'll see how it looks and everything. But so far so good with what they've shown. My prediction for the June Direct, if there is one, asterisk, Kirby and Metroid release date through third parties, new Joy-Con colors. Yeah, that doesn't sound like much of a Direct. But yeah, it's a starting prediction. But yeah, Nintendo doesn't just have Directs just to announce release dates for games already announced, and just third parties. They usually have a few first party games to talk about. So It's probably going to be more than that. If they do have a direct, it ain't going to just be release dates and third party and some Joy-Con colors. There ain't a single big Nintendo direct at least that has anything that's like that skimpy. Even the one that we had that was a bit light, they still had like Rhythm Heaven, and they still had, you know, new game announcements, you know. So yeah. But yeah, I mean, I guess like if you want to go safe, that's safe, you know. So yeah, Kirby's a bit off. I think he's talking about Kirby. He's talking about Kirby and the Forgotten Land plus Star-Crossed Worlds. He's talking about that. But wait a minute. That game's already dated, if I'm not correct, isn't it? Isn't it already dated for September or whatever? So I think that game's already dated. James Craig with the $2 says, I love your channel. It's almost June 5th. Thank you so much, James. I appreciate that. Shout outs to my fellow Monado boys. Let's go. We out here. We are out here tonight. Let's get it. Thank you for the support. Oh, yeah, Kirby Air Riders. Yeah. I forgot about that. Yeah, they need a release date for Kirby Air Riders. That's true. Yeah, they need one for Air Riders, yeah. Yeah, you should. I mean, that's my bad for not just thinking, because like I should have just assumed that you meant the game that wasn't dated yet, you know. So that's my bad, actually, not your bad. Kirby Air Riders. Yeah. Switch to Countdown is on, fam. Yes, sir, Johnny. Why aren't we getting ARMS 2? Because we're getting Drag Cross Drive instead. Yo, what are we talking about? Everything in the title. Let's see here. See, when do you think the new Zelda game will be? I have a video that I released about the next Zelda game. So if you haven't seen that video, check it out. It's a pretty dope video. I think I go over kind of everything there. But yeah, I think we could see it in maybe 2027, the release date for the next Zelda game. So 2027, maybe 2026 announcement, then 2027 release date. For like a brand new Zelda game. Brand new Zelda. But watch my video. I go over it more on the vid there. Sonic Racing Crossworlds. I mean, maybe. I'm not sure. Let's see here. Yo, Roger with the $5. Says, happy Friday, all. Hanging out at work and lurking. Today's Saturday. Today's definitely Saturday. Shout outs though. I appreciate the support, fam. 42 on the board. Let's go. Combo breaks. Let's get it. Yo, and Justin with the $20 dono. Kirby!
Air Ride mentioned, can I get some city trial?
Yes, sir. Kirby Air Ride is mentioned. We out here with the $20. Let's get it. Thank you so much. Yo, we out here. We're going even further than beyond. We out here. City trial. Thank you, Roger, and thank you, Mr. Justin. City trial theme. All right.
Even further beyond.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Even further than beyond. Yes, sir. Justin, thank you for another support. Thank you for another dono, man. I appreciate that. Super, super, super nice of you. Of course, like always, my man Justin also becoming the Stream Ninja with the $19.92. Anybody does more than that, you can bet on Justin on one board, 35 for the other. Let's go. Thank you, man. I appreciate that. Let's get it. Let's see here. SGFFF Summer Games Fest. Final Fantasy IX Remake? Maybe. Why no one talk about PS5 expensive controller when it drifts? People talk about it, but it just ain't something that people talk about a lot. If that makes any sense. Is Drag Cross Drive a release title? Is a release title? Then they'll keep showing us more Mario Kart World. A release title? You mean a launch title? No, it's summer. Let's see here. Have we had any confirmation about Xenoblade Chronicles X6 frames per second upgrade? No confirmation, but it's in the code, so it's probably gonna happen. Let's see here. I got my Switch 2 paid for, just waiting for the release. Yes, sir. Easy. Let's get it. Roger, see what work does. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. You just at work a lot, so since you at work so much, you out here getting smixed. We've all gotten combo break before. You know what I'm saying? We all gotten smixed before. It happens. So yeah. Oh my God, that's so funny. Drag poop drive. Oh my goodness, what a fun. That's so funny. What? Doesn't even make any sense. Makes zero sense. Let's see here. The shout outs though. Let's go. Thank you for the support though, brothers and sisters. Appreciate you guys. Yo, Gibby. I've been MIA studying these leak code data structures for algorithm problems. Nice. Did you get something else to work? I know you said that you got laid off. Did you get something else yet? Says, bro. I know that's what I said, bro. What is he talking about? What is he talking about? I do want to talk about some Final Fantasy IX remake though. I think that would be pretty dope though. Let's see. Everyone is hyped for the true launch title. Welcome Tour. Yep. Welcome Tour, the true launch title. Welcome Tour. We out here. We out here. Let's go. Says Party Man, the Princess Peach character stealer. Yeah, I got my own issues, Party Man. Nah, but seriously, I'm looking forward to Mario Kart World. You know what I'm saying? I'm looking forward to Mario Kart World. I think Mario Kart World is going to be fun to play. But remember, if you play Mario Kart World, you should not be playing Mario Kart World. Nobody should be playing Mario Kart World. It's like cheating. You know it's wrong. You know it's wrong. How dare you actually do it? If you're wondering why a grown man is telling you what to do with your money, it's because it's for the good of the society, of the betterment of the National Gamers League. You know what I'm saying? Like the National Association of Gamers, of Unified Gamers, you know? So yeah, that's the reason why I'm pocket watching right now. Let's see. Not yet, but applying for lots of positions at a bunch of different companies. Just waiting to hear back about interviews, trying to stay positive and trust God. Yes, sir. I've been praying for you too. Great walk. Keep grinding, man. Keep grinding. What is Ung talking about? Maybe you guys will see what I'm talking about soon. Let's see. I gotta discuss more Mario Kart World, bro. I've been trying to fit it into almost every, I had another, like today's video, I talked about it again. So I had to fit it in because like there's new clips and everything just looks like it's gonna be a lot of fun to play, man. I'm looking forward to it a lot. Why do you have to drive to the track to play the next race? Makes no sense to me. You can actually skip it, so so you actually don't have to do that. But the point is that it's an interconnected world, that it's an open world. That's the whole point. The point is that it's a flowing open world, you know? It gives you more of that, like, you know, like, hey, look, you get to actually travel to the next place to race. And they're not really long. It's not like it takes forever. It's just a little bit of time. So that's the whole point, is like, it's actually like a real flowing open world, not just race, and that's it. Like, that was the whole point with that. But no, you can skip it if you want to. You don't have to. I don't know, man. I think it's kind of cool that I mean, if there's going to be stuff that you can do too in between the races, so I think it's kind of cool. You can get like outfits and different stuff, right? So I don't know. I think it's a nice little touch. You don't have to, but once again, it's optional when you're playing single player. I don't know how they do it with like online multiplayer. I'm not sure how it works there, but like if you're just playing the Grand Prix, you don't have to. You can, or like single player, you don't have to. You can just skip it. Let's see here. So wait, so like I said, I don't know about online Epic. So once again, online you might have to just do it, but like offline, I don't think you have to. But I don't know, maybe Party Man knows more about that. You can do regular 3-lap as well as intermission races. Okay, so yeah, you can do that if you want to. Let's see here. People complaining about that when you play Grand Prix like one at a time. Yeah. But no, not everyone's gonna love everything about, like, even if they add new features, some people don't like that. They just want to just race, you know? So I get that. But no, it actually seems like a little cool little touch. Maybe it might get a little boring after a while, though, so we'll see. Let's see. I like the idea of open Mario landscape anyway. I've always been interested in the open connected Mario. I'll be honest, though, guys. I thought that the next Mario Kart game wouldn't be open world. I was like, they wouldn't do open world Mario. So I got to take the L on that one. I remember somebody asked me, like, open world Mario Kart. And I'm like, nah, they ain't gonna do that. So I gotta take an L on that one. Forgot who it was though. Has Best Buy charged y'all yet for your Switch Supers? I didn't get mine from Best Buy. I got mine from Walmart and they charged me. So it's better to see Lakitu wave the flag in your face. Oh man. Yeah, I think the next 3D Mario game might be like a true open world, like Bowser's Fury, but we'll see. Let's see here. My fingers are gonna hurt knowing that I have to drive to the next course of Mario Kart World. Your fingers are gonna hurt? I don't think your fingers are gonna hurt. It's just driving. Got a question about Japan, cheaper to buy the Switch 2? No, it's not, because what you'll pay in import fees will be higher. So it's actually more expensive to probably buy a Switch 2 from Japan, unless you live there, you know. But no, it's not more expensive, or it's not cheaper. I mean, people in Japan they're getting the system cheaper, but it's not cheaper for you to buy it. But yes, are people in Japan, do they have cheaper options for the Switch 2 than we have? Yes, they do. I think the next Mario will have a cartoony style like Wonder. Yeah, we'll see. Definitely. I don't yet understand open world Mario or open world Mario Kart. Like, what do you do? GTA type stuff? I mean, there's plenty of videos out there, Atruis. So, I mean, and I've covered it multiple times and what you do, like with the missions and all that. So, unless you're just not watching anything, I don't know why you'd ask, like, what do you do? Like, they've showed a ton of the game. They had a direct on it. They had multiple treehouse segments on it. And they've also been, and they also had a, what's it called? Trailers. They also had separate trailers. So, I mean, like, I'm guessing you haven't watched anything, but they've showed, I mean, this is the one Switch 2 game that's actually got a ton of footage already. So, yeah, watch the vids. They're there, man. But they tell you, watch the direct. If you watch the direct, it shows you what you do. You do open world missions. You can race from different places to different places. There's different areas and locations. Yeah, check it out, man. That's the one. I know you've been busy, but that's the one game that they've actually showed a ton of. So, I mean, yeah, it's just watch the direct. If you watch the direct, you'll see it, right? You'll see it in there. You know, the direct's only what, 15, 16 minutes. Let's see here. Do you think mouse controls will give an advantage to playing games like COD? Yes. People who play mouse controls will absolutely have the advantage of people who play dual analog. Unless there's heavy assisted aim and stuff like that, mouse controls are just superior to dual analog. Splatoon as well. So people that are using mouse in Splatoon, if they patch it in, people that use, I think mouse is going to be better than gyro and dual analog. Like it can, mouse controls might revolutionize Splatoon. Like it legitimately might revolutionize Splatoon when that finally comes out. I'm looking forward to playing it. When I play Splatoon, I'm gonna play exclusively at my desk with mouse controls when Splatoon comes out. Like 100%, I'm gonna play exclusively with that. So yeah, we've seen plenty of Cyberpunk footage too. Yeah, we have. We haven't seen as much as Mario Kart though, because they had treehouse segments on Mario Kart. They've shown the most of Mario Kart. We've got 2 big treehouse segments. We've got a direct. We've got a trailer. Plus, we have various different gameplay snippets and footage released on Nintendo Today app and just released on Twitter. Mario Kart's definitely been the game that we've seen the most of when it comes to Switch 2. But yeah, Cyberpunk, there's a lot of footage on that too. Are you getting Switch 2 shipped to you, or are you picking it up? I'm going to be picking it up, and I'm getting it shipped to me. My brother got one for me that we're going to go pick up, I think from Best Buy at midnight, and then I got one that's being shipped to me too from Walmart. Let's see here. Hey, what's up, Kraken Jacks? What's up, everybody playing? I'm staying on the Fantasy Life grind. Yeah, Fantasy Life is looking pretty good. I talked about it passing 500,000 units in today's video. I'm looking forward to checking it out myself, the Switch 2 version of the game. Splatoon 4 with high sensitivity mouse control is going to go crazy. Oh, yeah, it's going to be nuts. Are you going to live stream your unboxing? Yeah, we got plans. I can't say anything for right now, but I definitely have plans for streaming and all that. So look out. Stay tuned. Hit the notification bell. And if you're not subscribed to the channel, if you watch the Spawncast, make sure you guys subscribe. There's going to be a lot of great content going up soon here. I mean, we already got a lot of dope content going up almost every day, or pretty much every day. But there's going to be even more next week or so. I'm going to have a big mouse pad. Yeah, I actually bought a big mouse pad right now. I got a Tachi and like Akatsuki mouse pad with all of them, Tachi and Kisame and all of them on there. So it's pretty cool. What's your preferred way to play your Switch, guys? Docked or handheld? I play both. Because I stream a lot, so I obviously play docked a lot, but I also play handheld mode too. So I play like 50-50 almost. Kevin with the $1 dono says, I have to say I'm having a tough time. I'm losing my mobile home and selling it and having to go somewhere next to live, man. I'm sorry, Kevin. I'm sorry that you're losing your home, brother. one of the hardest things, man, is, you know, not having a secure place to live. So I'm really sorry to hear that you're losing that. What are you gonna end up doing? What are you gonna end up doing? And don't feel the need to donate. I mean, obviously, since you're losing your mobile home. But what are you gonna end up? Where are you gonna end up going? Do you have anywhere to go? Let's see, 110 hours just finished Xenoblade X. Shout out to Old Manendorf. I could have done that much too, man, but I decided to wait for the Switch 2 upgrade. I don't know. I'm hoping that there's gonna be a Switch 2 patch for it. So yeah. Do you know if it'll be like PlayStation with the recording games and live streaming on Switch 2? No. They have not. They said that right now it only seems like there's gonna be 30-second clips that you can do, and I don't think that there's anything that'll let you directly broadcast to that. So no. So if you want to do that, you're gonna have to get like a capture card and stuff like that. I've ordered mine through Walmart. Said it's coming early. I hope they don't break their promise. I hope so too. I hope they don't break their promise. Not even like Twitch. No. You're gonna have to get a capture card. Like if you want to stream off of Switch, buy a capture card. Buy a capture card and do it that way. So if you want to start doing that, I'm going into World with the open mind and intermission parts of racing. Yeah, we'll see if it works well or not. Will you be getting Street Fighter Amiibo cards as well? Probably not. Nah. Hold it up on Switch games to play them on Switch 2. Yeah, I've just kind of like sidelined my Switch 1 for right now because like everything is gonna be playable on Switch 2. So yeah. Someone needs to make a mouse pad that sits on your lap. A mouse pad that sits on your lap, maybe. Let's see. What the FOJ? Why are we talking about PS6? There was a rumor about PS6 details about. I mean, I didn't even get to it, so whatever. But yeah, there's a rumor about PS6 that it's coming out 2027. So we'll see about that. It's called your pants leg. Yeah, you just put that right up. Nintendo says that you can use the mouse on your leg and it'll work. So maybe you do it that way. That might not be too comfortable though. But all right, guys, we're gonna wrap it up here. I got to get to the Spawncast. It's starting up. If you don't know, check out the Spawncast. Shout out to the port with the $5. Can I do hood rat stuff with my friends in the new Mario Kart? You absolutely can. You just go into free roam with them, and you can do whatever shenanigans you want to do. You know what I'm saying? Combo breaks. You can do whatever you want. But thank you guys so much for coming out to tonight's stream. Sorry I didn't get started earlier. I had to work out today, guys. I'm sorry. I ain't trying to get fat. So I had to work out today, so I'm sorry I couldn't do a longer stream. But yeah, check out my most recent. If you're not watching the Spawncast, or even if you are, check out my most recent my most recent video where I go over the Nintendo Direct and other gaming news. I just linked it, so we got 200 people in here. Make sure you click on that video and watch that vid. I should see it jump up by 200 views ASAP. So click on that vid, watch it, have it in the background, do whatever you need to do. But all right, guys, I love y'all so much. Big love to Justin. Thank you so much for the donos. Appreciate that. Big love to everybody that dropped support. Thank you to all the members. Thank you to all the viewers. I appreciate all of you guys. You guys are goated. And yeah, I'll see you guys on the Spawncast. All right, peace out, homies. Love y'all. Thank you for the support once again. Thank you for the love. Thank you for watching. You guys are truly the best of all time. Let go. Shout outs, homies.